On the morning of Wednesday the 23rd of April, I spent at least 1 hour watching trains at Carlisle station on the West Coast Main Line. This is a station I've known about for many years already, thanks to its appearance in at least 2 train simulator routes, namely Settle to Carlisle and Western Lines of Scotland, as well as the popular WCML Preston to Carlisle route in Train Sim World 5. There's a decent variety of motive power to see in this video, so sit back and enjoy. I stayed the previous night in Dalston, a small village on the Cumbrian Coast Line. Before catching the train to Carlisle, I was looking on real-time trains and saw that a nuclear flask train was coming down this line, but it was running earlier than expected, and I got to the station with less than a minute to spare before 2 Class 68 diesel locomotives turned up on their way to Sellafield. In any case, I'd heard of nuclear flask trains years ago, thanks to Class 46 number 46009 and Operation Smash Hit, but it was so bizarre to see one in person. You see, nuclear flask trains are not a thing in New Zealand because we don't have any nuclear power stations. And here comes my train to Carlisle. This was Unit 156420 running to Charlie 35, the 558 Barrow in Furness to Carlisle service. The Class 156 pulled into Platform 2, and stayed there for a fair while before heading back down the Cumbrian Coast Line. Meanwhile, this random Class 57 diesel locomotive was parked in the sidings across from Platform 1, and Class 397 number 397006 was waiting to leave from Platform 4 with 1 Mike 82, the 711 Glasgow Central to Manchester Airport service. This was the first time I saw a Class 397 in person. Carlisle is also served by ScotRail and their Class 156s on services to Dumfries or Glasgow Central. Incidentally, this was the only time I saw a ScotRail train throughout the entire trip. Only 4 minutes after the 156's departure, the Network Rail new measurement train turned up, with HST power car 43277 up front and 43062 John Armit at the other end. In all honesty, I thought this was quite exciting, as I had never seen an HST in person before, and we'll see more of these famous machines in future videos, but mainly the GWR Castle sets. As for why 43277 was on the train instead of another Network Rail power car, I have no idea. In any case, this working was 1 Quebec 26, the 639 Slateford depot to Crewe up and down Pottery Loop. Unfortunately, I missed recording their departure because A. they left earlier than expected, and B. I had gone over to Platform 1 to watch another Class 397 arriving. I missed filming the departure of the 156 that brought me up from Dalston, but I did manage to catch 156471 arriving with 2 Charlie 39, the 651 ex-Barrow Inverness service. The Class 66 had to stop at a red signal to allow a southbound Transpennine Express train to go in front. It's interesting to note the sign by the cab side, which acknowledges the original 66734. Pause the video if you want to read the text. 66734 the second is notable for her silver and purple livery, which was applied in 2022 to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II. May she rest in peace. After a pretty successful round of train spotting at Carlisle, it was time to go back to Dalston aboard 156471, which ran as 2 Charlie 48, the 1013 Carlisle to Lancaster service. I thank you all for watching and hope that you enjoyed my coverage of the Carlisle rail scene. If you did, then stay tuned for more videos from my UK trip. The next one should be about the new Standard 18 steam locomotive at the Lakeside and Haverthwaite Railway.